What's up, everybody? Welcome back to On the Warpath. It is your boy Sanchez 405 coming at you, new edition. If you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notification anytime there's new content posted. And as always, like, comment, share this video out because you know what we do. We talk about throwing quarterbacks under the bus. No, wait a minute. We talk about the Washington Commanders all the time here. And y'all know we got a game on Thursday, tomorrow night. I don't know what crackhead decided to put this game on Thursday night, but we're going to do it anyway. And family, we got a great guest for you today. One of my dear friends, met her a few years ago. She was covering games in Kentucky, the same place where it was Jay. I can't think of Jay's name, who was on for the original iteration of First Take. So WYMT in Kentucky, that's where the greats get started at. But now she's with Marquee Sports. She's a hell of a Bears fan, even a hell of a person. The pride of the Scripps College in Ohio, at Ohio University, Karli Bell.
Yeah, look at that. We get the Bobcat shout out. I'm here for it, man. We all about that Maction. We all about that Maction, and we all about that Maction.
Tuesday night Maction coming up here.
Maction is the best football you can ever watch, and we all know that.
It's the best. Hey, it's the best football you can watch on Tuesday. But let's get some shout outs on the way. What's up? What's up, Blink? How you feeling? John says, I really like you guys on the show, but tell you we're going to get new coaching staff and a new front office. Don't worry if we win 5 games. We're lucky, 20-17. John's going all over the place. He say 2 INTs, Carson Wentz, but I think he'll throw a touchdown. Robinson will get a touchdown as well. What's up, Dubs? How you feeling, brother? And he says hi, Karli, as well. But Karli, look, it's good to have you on here. I gave you an introduction, but I want you to tell the folks who you are, what you're doing, why the hell did you even decide to come on here with me? Just talk about and talk about.
Well, all I think of is when we were. All I remember anytime that is just that video of you just reacting to an arm bar while we were watching football on the patio at the Dane Dameron show.
I found that video. I said,
it was everything.
I was like, what? I said, he's like, he did. I was like, I was just so mesmerized by the arm bar.
That could have cost me 2 points. Oh my God, it's everything. I love it so much. I love it so much. But no, man, I mean, we go back. What was that? 6 years ago now?
Yeah, about 6 years ago. Yep.
Oh my God. No, yeah. So I started out in a lovely little Hazard, Kentucky, and then stayed in local until 2020 when I got a job with Marquee Sports Network in the digital sphere, doing mostly Cubs, and then now I do a lot of WNBA stuff, and we also have partnerships with the Bears and the Cubs, and with the Sky as well. All Chicago-based sports, and we do a lot of fun things covering all the sports up here. We got fun things in plan as well for this upcoming season. Can't spell it, but we got fun things.
We're looking forward to it. You can see some of Karli's commentary on Marquee Sports website. You just search her name and you can find a lot of Chicago Sky content, and that's why we got her on here. This woman is Chicago through and through. She's probably about as nauseum as I am with DC sports as she is with Chicago sports. I mean, Bulls, the Blackhawks, and of course, a big Tony La Russa fan, as we know, with the White Sox. So, does he know where he's at now? I know. Does he know he's still that job?
Here's the deal with just TLR. I'm not going to say I was happy that he got sick, because then I feel like an awful human being.
Right.
But when he stepped aside, I was like, oh my gosh, watch this team actually win things. And look at what they did. They won things because TLR, I'm sorry, this is a hot take in baseball, and then we can talk football. If you are over the age of 65 and you're a manager in the MLB, leave. Get out. Get out the league. The league is so different now. We're going to get new changes next year with the shift being eliminated, bigger bases. We got a pitch clock. We got pitch count. It is 2022. Stop managing games like it's 1994. Let's update stuff. Let's actually learn how to build a lineup. Let's actually learn what social media is so I can actually see some things in regards to how players and coaches interact. I'm sorry. I can go off, but I'm not going to.
Don't go. Hey, close enough. That's Chicago. That's Chicago calm right there. Paulie says, NY pizza or Chicago deep dish.
Okay, so here's the real tea. Actual Chicagoans don't eat deep dish. We eat tavern style pizza, which is very different. But I will say, if we're going to compare deep dish to New York, I'm going to take a New York slice. I love a New York slice. But deep dish, here's the thing. Deep dish, that's a full-blown meal. Like, you need to sit down and be able to understand that you will not move for the rest of the day. And you guys have fun eating all of that pizza. I can have a slice, and that's about it. If you can eat a whole deep dish pizza by yourself, you need to go to the doctor. You need to get some medical things taken care of. I'm sorry. Tavern-style pizza. If you come to Chicago, you get tavern-style pizza. That is true Chicago-style pizza. That's what you got to do.
Tavern-style, true Chicago pizza.
Yeah.
Tavern-style. Okay. But anyway, true Chicago nature is y'all love your Bears, and that's why we on here.
We're a football town. We have football town through and through.
The 2 and 3 Chicago Bears kind of looked at some of the tape. New coach, looks like a Marvel supervillain. Matt Eberflus has brought his game, who was actually defense coordinator in Indianapolis last year, which I didn't really understand that hire. And then Ryan Poles, who used to play for you all, is the general manager now. So through the offseason, talk to me a little bit about how y'all got to that point and kind of what's been the thought process of bringing in a guy from Kansas City. Of course, he was kind of growing up in the ranks there. And then you go out and get a relatively unknown in the head coaching sphere, but he's been in the coaching spheres for years in Eberflus. Just talk about that for me.
So what the ongoing joke in Bears fans is that basically the McCaskies just didn't want to change the nameplates inside Hallis Hall. That's why they hired a new Matt and Ryan so that he could replace Ryan Pace and Matt Nagy. But that's the ongoing joke inside some Bears fans. I love it. I appreciate it. But I will say this. I am really here for the Ryan Poles hire. I really liked that hire because for me, I liked that he was doing within Kansas City in the front office. I really liked how they were. We've seen what Andy Reid coaching can produce, but also like just Kansas City as a whole, when it comes to a franchise, they actually do produce a lot of great front office executives, just if you look at history in general. So I was actually really intrigued. And then how he approached the draft kind of got me a little nervous just because I was really frustrated that there wasn't a lot of offensive line focus because that was the biggest for me. I was like, that's what the Bears need more than anything is offensive line. They finally got an offensive pick, but I think it wasn't until 3rd or 4th round with Velus Jones Jr., the wide receiver, which we saw him get his first NFL touchdown this past week on a pretty easy play, which I was kind of, and I like what he's doing. I like his speed. His work is unbelievable, but he was really focused on the secondary and building in the defense, which, yes, I will say that was a huge thing of focus for the Bears. But in my opinion, I wanted to see offensive line more than defense because it's a quarterback league. The NFL is a quarterback league now. It's not what it used to be in the 80s and 90s. You need to be able to give a quarterback protection. And after Justin Fields just got absolutely demolished and destroyed in the pocket last year, I really wanted to see him get some protection. However, I will say this last week, I think we saw the best version of Justin. I don't want to say the best of. We saw the first glimpses of what Justin Fields can do. And then to go into Eberflus, I was really concerned about that hire as well because I know we just went with an offensive coach and we went through the suffrage of the Nagy era, which I don't want to go through ever again. And I also, unfortunately, had to suffer through the Mark Trestman era, which we're just not. Nope, we're not going to go down that road. I'm not going down.
Never trust a dude with a middle part. Never trust a dude with a middle part. That's all I'm telling you.
Oh my God. That's an actual NFL curse now. I'm going to put it out there. NFL curse, you got a middle part, can't do anything.
Yeah,
But I was nervous because but I will say, like, when we have had defensive-minded coaches in Chicago, it just ends up going a little bit better. We saw it with Lovie Smith. We've seen it with other coaches in the past. We saw it kind of, well, Dicka was a tight end, but, he was definitely more, I don't know. He let Buddy Ryan kind of run everything. I know we're talking about 85. I'm sorry. Every Bears fan, we just can't help it. We just can't help talking about 1985 because it's the last time we ever saw anything productive. But with Eberflus, I will say I like that he's gutsy. He's made some gutsy moves in some games recently. Like, I was like, okay, you get a little ballsy. Okay. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if we should be doing this because, like, I don't have a lot of confidence in this team just yet. And I was someone who came into this year that I was like, look, if the Bears want to win just 4 or 5 games, that's a dub of a season to me because I had no expectations for playoffs. I had no expectations to see anything worth getting excited about because I knew that this was going to be a rebuild year. I didn't want to get emotionally invested and let my heart break every week. So for me, I'm excited to see what they can do. And, you and I can also talk about Thursday Night Football being just one of the worst things to ever happen.
Holy God.
That's a whole other
bad.
route. So, I mean, this will be the first time that I get to see Justin Fields on a short week like this after, I don't even want to say it was a disappointing loss. That wasn't a disappointing loss. And it was not Justin Fields' fault in why they lost that. It was that, I don't even want to say his name, that wide receiver who.
Yeah,
if I see him in a uniform again, I'm going to lose my mind because he caused a penalty that got called back and then just let someone rip it. I'm sorry. Ball security is offense 101. It's offense 101. You were taught that in flag football. You were taught that the first time you step your foot on a gridiron is ball security. And you let this guy just rip it out. And it wasn't like anybody impressive like Peanut Tillman or even some other like Adrian Amos, some other corners, some other safeties that have done that in the past. It was some nobody in Minnesota. And I was like, you just out here letting people just rip the ball out of your hand, which I will say I appreciated the second effort for him to get the first down and like continue the drive, but then just run out of bounds. Stop trying to be a hero, run out of bounds, save the timeout, stop the clock, and actually give Justin Fields a chance to win a ball game. That's what I wanted to see, but hopefully I see that this week.
Yeah, I think Lori Lightfoot probably would have probably got somebody sent like Chicago City Police out there.
I did not expect to hear that woman's name on here.
Hey, we can look. I told you I do my research, child.
I do my research. I did not expect to hear her name on here, and if we can, I would really love to not hear her name ever again.
Put that if you had Lori Lightfoot on the bingo card, you win. That's good right there. But no, yeah, he got that taken away. Like they literally, they stole the milk and cookies from that young man and it was a comeback effort, valiant effort by Chicago.
Why would anyone steal milk and cookies? Like those are your milk and cookies.
That's true.
Someone eat the chocolate and like dunk it and drink it, and you're like, come on, this is championship cookies, and you're letting this man take your cookies away. What you doing? You hold on to your damn cookies.
Oh God!
You don't eat my food. You don't touch my food. That's how it should be on the football field.
There you go. Hey, look, y'all see why we got some of the best guests. We got this right here. Don Glover asked, and we talked about this before we got on. Are you glad that Charles Leno is away from the Bears? I know you answered this one.
Yes, the answer to that is yes, just because he did not work in the offense. All he did was cause tons of false starts. And then unfortunately, when he wasn't moving before the ball was snapped on any play, any positive yardage play, holding, offense, number 72. And I just sit here and I'm like, I know it's him. If it wasn't a holding call, it's like, oh, face mask, oh, illegal block. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, this is just
so you don't miss him.
Not at all.
I mean, and according to Pro Football Focus, however you grade it, he's graded out as the 10th best tackle in football, but that's none of my business.
Maybe that was from like 2018.
No, it's
well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. It's from 2018 because that is wrong.
It's from 2022 and a few minutes ago. How about that? Hey, you like that? Yo, but I tell you this right now: the only man that was part of both Super Bowl runs for the Bears is the head coach of the Washington Commanders. Let me ask you this even before we dive into Ron Rivera. You were one of the people that said you like the name change, but you said they should have kept Washington football team.
Yes.
What, like, I guess from an outsider's perspective, what did y'all think of that whole brand? Like, we felt like fans, a lot of fans felt like we looked like a bunch of horses' asses. But what was the outside, like, I guess the outside sports world's perspective, like, I guess in Chicago's little cluster when y'all saw this?
For me personally, I really loved football team. I loved it so much because it's so perfect. And here's why. Here's why. One, that's the best way to avoid any conflict. That's about as PC of a name that you can get. And this is a full-blown missed opportunity by the state of Maryland and Virginia and the DC metro area. You want to know why? You could have changed every team to be Washington football team, Washington baseball team, Washington hockey team. Do you know how amazing that would be?
I can't stand you right now.
That's such a missed opportunity. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I've actually been trying to find Washington football team gear because I loved that gear and I want an Alex Smith jersey. I want an Alex Smith jersey because I appreciate that man. I love that man. I love that court. I love that whole story with him, with y'all. I was just like, my heart comeback, that it should be the comeback player of the year should be called the Alex Smith trophy from here on out, in all blown honesty. It should be, because that is an unbelievable story. And
we'll find one at a Goodwill for you. I probably can find you one at a Goodwill.
I love it, man. I want, if you got a couple, just send me two. I need two.
Hey, we'll get you. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do with that. But yeah, Ron Rivera, head coach. He was defense coordinator for you all back in 2006 with Lovie Smith before he looked like the homeless guy on the side of the road. And then
I hate that beard.
A beard is like, I feel like I could give like $5 to him or something. Just kind of feel bad for him. Like, I feel like he got to get the bus back to Houston.
Now, here's the question. Is he someone that has a Starbucks cup when he's asking for money, or is he like a suit?
No. He ain't fancy enough for Starbucks. He probably has like that styrofoam McDonald's cup that he's probably had for about 4 years. No, you want to know
what he got? He got that gas station cup. He got that
there you go.
Big gulp. That's what it is.
And he gets a fish that he got fish sandwich too. That's exactly what he looked like. Ron Washington. That's exactly. He's buying cocaine from Ron Washington right now. But let me stop. Anyway, and he was on the 85 Bears.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind that Ron Rivera is a good dude.
Absolutely.
But I mean, some of his comments that he's been unhinged the last couple of weeks. I mean, he was sitting there. Last week's press conference, he was cussing, talking about, well, he said, I know it effing matters, yada yada. He said, shit, I know they got 5 championships here. So he's become a little unhinged, but this past week was some of the worst stuff that I've seen out of him since coming to Washington. He threw Alex Smith, not Alex Smith, Lord, you got me thinking about the other 11, Carson Wentz under the bus.
Yeah.
And I don't even think he threw him under the bus. I feel like that's not good enough for Ron. I felt like he literally drove the bus over Carson Wentz. He didn't throw him under the bus. He just like,
okay,
yeah, let's back this thing up.
Put it in reverse. We're gonna hit it a little bit more. Okay.
Outside perspective. Your thoughts on that? And have you heard that out of head coaches, like trying to get something out of there?
I mean, I had Lovie Smith continue to tell me that Rex Grossman was going to be my quarterback, and that's just as painful as hearing that, like, so, I mean, same thing. But like, in all honesty, I mean, when I first saw the interview and I saw the question, I was like, okay, first off, is this taken out of context? Because some people like to do that, like take questions and things out of context. And so I went back and I watched it and I was like, I get what you're saying. Here's the thing. I understood the motive behind it. It just could have been worded differently. In all honesty. Like, if you're saying this is, I'm blaming my quarterback, I'm like, let's maybe, I don't know, maybe not blame quarterback. Let's maybe say, I don't know, offensive line. You want to know why? Because you got Charles Leno. That's why he's getting terrible. But
what you're not going to do is sit here and disrespect players that I like. So, but go ahead. I'll let you continue. I know.
But, in all honesty, here's the deal. We talked about it before we got on. Carson Wentz responded to it, this week, and basically said that Rivera came to practice and kind of explained and went into detail about it and gave some back on it, and him and Carson sat down and like sat it out. And from Carson's comments, it sounded like everything's good. He didn't take it personal. They know it's all about winning football at the end of the day, and business is business. But I will say, choice of words, let's maybe work on that. I think what what he was trying to push across, I think was correct, but he could have worded that a lot better. And I think what it is he went from being a defensive coordinator here in Chicago and then went to Carolina, where he had a lot of success down there with Cam Newton before Cam Newton went crazy. And then when he came up to Washington, I felt that he kind of, in all honesty, was kind of shorthanded a little bit, because he was put on a team that I'm not trying to.
Oh no, go ahead. We were
like, in all honesty, just like a trash team when he got there.
Yeah, we lost to Chicago on Monday night that year. So yeah, we were trash. Huh? Who said that?
We can get into it if you want to. But in all honesty, like what it is, I think what it is, he really hasn't been given the best. And I mean, Carson Wentz, he's not. I mean, I'm sorry, he's not a top 10. He's a bottom 10 quarterback in my opinion. I would take Russell Wilson right now over Carson Wentz. In all honesty.
Wow.
Like it's
really,
yeah. I trust Russ's accuracy a lot more than Carson. And the other thing is Russ has a better scramble method than Carson. Carson can kind of get like cement block feet. It's just, I would rather Russell can at least run. You can, regardless, like he can at least give you a couple yards. But, at the same time, it was just, I don't know. I think Rivera could have worded it a little bit better. Yeah. I understand the message. Let's work on word choice.
Right. Absolutely.
That's more of what it is. And at the end of the day, also, I don't know, it's 2022. You got to watch anything. You have to watch everything you say.
Yeah.
Right. How do you not go into that press conference and be like, it is 2022? Like, I could just say the sky is blue and I will get canceled. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's how it is now. And I don't know, maybe be a little bit better with your word choice as a coach. It wasn't the best thing to do as a coach.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm not going to defend Ron as much on this, especially with the quarterback selection of Carson Wentz. I can't defend him on this because he put a lot of pressure on himself this offseason. He said, well, this is year 3, and in Carolina, this, that, and the third, but there's a lot of stuff that they still need to plug up. Ron Rivera, linebacker, played 10 years in the league as a linebacker, has Jack Del Rio, who is an aficionado in all things, we won't go that far, but he was a good linebacker in the league for a while.
Yeah.
Steve Russ, who's a linebackers coach, they've been there 3 years. They can't find a functional linebacker. And I said this last year. I said, if we can't trust them, especially Jack and Ron, to find a linebacker that's actually going to work in the system.
Your secondary hasn't really been anything impressive over the last 3 years, honestly.
No.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a really,
we got bigger problems.
That is a real valid point, honestly. But I will say, remind me again, who is your defensive coordinator? I cannot.
Jack Del Rio.
It is Jack Del Rio. That's right.
Yep.
So, well, all right. Well, then next question.
Okay, there we go.
But I was gonna say something. We're gonna just
look. I said all I wanted to about Jack Del Rio today, but no. Ron's problem is the quarterback situation. I honestly thought last year the quarterback that I liked coming out is the quarterback that's in Chicago right now.
Justin?
I like Justin Fields. What he showed me in that in the game against Clemson was like, I want that guy playing on my team.
Yeah.
They knocked the crap out of him.
Yeah.
And he came back out there and they battled back and beat Clemson. I mean, they didn't have the best of showing with Alabama and the national title.
Alabama is
right.
It's Alabama. Like, that does not count. I'm sorry. If you beat Alabama, like, Godspeed to you. But like, if you don't, like, congrats.
What Tennessee's going to do this week?
Every other college in the country that cannot beat Alabama. You really think the Vols are going to beat Alabama?
Go Vols. Go Vols.
You really think they can do it?
Go Vols. Look, hey, I'm going to look. I'm going to get my blanket out and take a cover. I said, screw it. I'm going to buy the whole damn bed. How about that? Damn. Come on, now. Go Vols.
Now, see, do I want to put money on that game? That's the actual question. Do I want to
Rocky Top? Rocky Top.
Don't sing that. No, I cannot hear that song ever. Oh, my God. I cannot hear that song. I cannot. I'm sorry. Okay. Here's
You ain't
the
gonna
thing.
fit nobody.
If anyone from Kentucky is watching this, I apologize, and you can hate me all you want, but I don't really care. Your chant is off. CATS, cats. What? You know how many other cats there are? I mean, I went to OU. We're Bobcats, and we don't even do that, for God's sakes. I mean, you're an SEC team in a top tier, in a Power 5 conference, and that's your go big blue nation. We bleed blue, big blue, BBN, CAT. Oh my God.
This is true. This is how they talk over. If you go into Pikeville, Kentucky.
You said it wrong.
It's Pikeville. If you go into Pikeville,
you go to Pikeville. You go to Pike County. Then you can go to Harlan County. And then you can go over to Leslie County, and then you can go to Perry County. That's how it's county.
Canny.
Holler.
It's the holler too.
Yeah, you
Don't
go
forget
down,
the holler.
Go down to the holler, and you go up the mountain, and then you go on to the other side. In regards to Harlan County, you can go see the Black Bears and the Green Dragons, and then you can go all the way down to Williamsburg and go down there and go to Corbin and go to 13th Region North.
KFC, first KFC.
Yeah, that's right. And you want to know something? I lived there for 2 years and I never went there.
I've lived here a long time, and I've never even been that close. I went to Williamsburg for a game against Cumberland's one year.
Mm-hmm.
Twice. I went twice as a student. Mm-hmm. Never went there. I don't have any plans. I should probably.
Popeyes is better than KFC anyway. So I mean, like,
this is true.
I'm not gonna go eat. Okay, give me Popeyes. Give me. See, now you got me hungry.
Yeah, hey,
off track. This is how we do. We gotta get back on track.
Yeah, we gotta get back. Anyway,
back to football.
So, like, and kind of to my point about the quarterbacks, talk about Justin Fields, right? And I thought we've seen some good things from him. We've seen some bad. We've seen a lot of bad from him. Of course, right now I think he's got 3 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He actually threw his first touchdown pass in 3 weeks last against Kirk family member in the Minnesota Vikings. What is he struggling? Oh yeah, Kirk
family member. Oh my God. Kirk family member.
I can't take that. That's not a Corey original, but that's not a Corey original.
I have never heard that. Okay, I'm sorry.
Kirk Cousins and the boys, but you said it looks like we saw some of his best work last week. Of course, we saw that 1 touchdown. What has been the problem? Like I went back and watched a couple of highlights. I thought there was missed opportunities against the Giants. Yeah. There was like a 3rd and 3 early in the game. Yeah. And instead of utilizing his legs, they run kind of like an option down there. They settle for a Badgley field goal. Yeah. 3rd down call on offense has seemed like very suspect at times. And I know Luke Getsy is his name. Yeah. Is the new offense coordinator. He's been in the Packer system for years and was offense coordinator at Mississippi State for a year. But out of like this year, how's your feeling? Give me a litmus test on how you feel about Justin Fields, especially going in this game on a short week.
Well, I mean, this is in my opinion, this is his biggest test because it is a short week. I want to see what you can do when you can't really create, like, get your playbook going. You're on a short week. You don't practice. It's just meetings and observing and film. This is for me, this is a great, and I'm going to use your word, litmus test for Justin Fields is on a short week, because when you have time to prep, I mean, anybody can do anything. You know what I mean? This kind of, honestly, short game weeks are when you can start to see some growth a little bit, especially in these younger quarterbacks. This is kind of like their first true test. And I'm sorry, I'm fully wiping last year off of Justin Fields' stat sheet because Matt Nagy did not know. Matt Nagy had a whole year and didn't create an offense around him. So I don't count his rookie season, in all honesty. This, in my opinion, this is his real rookie season. And so for what it is with him is, I think for a while, unfortunately starting the season in a full-blown, like, torrential downpour of a game, like, I think made the offense a little nervous. And I feel that we actually got to see what they thought the offense was going to be like in week 2. And that's where us as Bears fans were like, bro, come on. I just went through this with Trubisky. I went through this with Cutler. I went through this with Haney. Every quarterback I've went, like, come on, I want touchdowns. I'm sick and tired of seeing field goals. So for me, it's more so what I've seen. In all honesty, what I saw last week is what I hope the offense can be. For the first time in my 20 plus years of being a Bears fan, I finally saw a deep ball throw on first down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Oh my, we're not just handing it off. We're not going to just throw a slant. We're not going to just go to the sideline and just try and get 3-4 yards. We're not doing some awful tight end check down, which needs to just get out of the damn playbook. Cole Kmet is one of the worst tight ends. He's a terrible pickup, a terrible draft pick. I'm not about it. He can't even block. He's so slow. His footwork is awful. He can't hold on to a ball. Doesn't know how to catch. I'm sorry. That was the worst draft pick I've ever seen. That was terrible. Such a bust. Such a bust. And people are like, this is going to be his season as a tight end. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. But I finally got to see we finally saw the offense this week. And I will say, like, after the Giants game, the fact that Eberflus was like, I need to do better. Like, the fact that there was accountability there is something that I really appreciate.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You can't use the word accountability on this channel because our head coach doesn't have any of that. So we don't know what accountability is, but I'll let you continue. But I'm like, you got to watch the swear words on here, Karli.
Okay,
I can get a strike.
How about instead of he took ownership? There we go.
That we still don't know. We still don't know what ownership is.
Okay, all right.
Enlighten me.
He didn't make excuses. There we go. He didn't make excuses. There we go. I know. We got to do that. But and that was the one thing I saw against the Vikings. We actually saw offensive growth. I was seeing different play calls. I was seeing a lot more looks. I'm finally glad that they understand that Darnell Mooney is on the team. I don't understand why he does not get the amount of respect that he should. That catch last week.
Oh, yeah, that was wild.
Alone, that is catch of the year. That's catch of the year in my book. That is catch of the year. That I have not seen something that's, well, I don't know. I mean, in the Bills game, I think it was to Stephon Diggs when Josh Allen just chucked it up there, and as he has someone on his arm, hauls it in one-handed for the touchdown. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was pretty fantastic. Yeah. That was also a phenomenal throw. Darnell Mooney stretched out that arm extension and while jumping in coverage, like, and hauls it in for, I mean, come on. And he's crazy fast. And no one respects him in the league because for so long, the offense wouldn't throw to him. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, we have one of the best, we have an unbelievable wide receiver. Granted, he needs more weapons. I'm excited to see what Equanimeous St. Brown can do this year. Velus Jones Jr. I'm excited to see what he can do this year. I want to see it. And Justin Fields does need a veteran wide receiver there for him to really grow. And that's what I want to see more so next season, unless they want to do something in regards to trading in the next couple of weeks. But I don't really see that happening. Someone earlier today said that the Bears should get DJ Moore, and I'm not about it. I'm sorry. I don't want DJ Moore. I think, like, as much, not at all hating on his athleticism or his talent at all. He's a phenomenal wide receiver. I just don't. I want somebody different. I want someone different. I like what he does. He's a little bit older. I kind of want to see, I want like a younger vet, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I don't know, like a Keenan Allen, Mike Williams type.
I love that. That's my favorite wide receiver. Mike Williams. That's my favorite NFL wide receiver.
Yeah, underrated. Horrifically underrated. Yeah. Horrifically underrated.
Yeah.
But that's more of what I want to see. And that's something that I can get into. If we get a trade, if there is a trade that I can't say
Chris Godwin.
Bears.
Chris Godwin. I mean, if he's healthy, like.
Look, I like it. I'm here for it. But in all honesty, I don't really see that happening this season. I see that kind of happening more so next season. So that's why, like, for him, for what I want to see out of Justin Fields this year is really creating the chemistry with these young wide receivers, because this will end up being his core in a couple years. He needs the veteran so that he has like an automatic, somebody that he knows will always catch the ball regardless of where he throws it. You need someone with a large catch radius like an Allen Robinson when he was here. However, again, for whatever reason, when we have a star wide receiver on the team, our coaches are like, you know what? We're just not going to throw.
Don't throw to him, right?
We're going to throw to Cole Kmet. Or we're going to throw to David Montgomery, which that's insane. this is a David Montgomery stan. Okay, I love him. He's he's an unbelievable running back, but he's not. Use Khalil Herbert. We don't have Tariq Cohen. Bears don't have Tariq Cohen anymore. I really loved what Khalil Herbert did when David Montgomery was injured. Also, because he's someone that you can do a nice little shovel pass or a pitch pass to, and he can get the yards because he's literally like a little rock. He's like a little bowling ball and just pounds through. And I love what he does. But I want to see Justin Fields just get more confident. In all honesty, I just want to see the confidence grow. And if we just saw a piece of that last week against Minnesota, I'm really excited to see what he can do on Thursday Night Football this week. I think this could be the game for him. In all honesty, this could be his breakout game.
I think that's what I'm afraid of, because I look at the secondary that we have. Willie Jackson III is out already, but he was too bad. He had to sit because he had a bulging disc or whatever. He pulled himself out of the game, or Ron benched him. Somewhere in between lies the truth. Somewhere the lines between, like Dave Matthews Band says, right? But space between. Space between. I can get away with that though, right? But no business. Somebody like Corey Sanchez should be listening to Dave Matthews Band. Anyway,
I know. Honestly, you listen to Dave Matthews Band. Sorry, we need to update some of your music.
Hey, man. Hey, look, old at heart. But
that's very true. Continue.
The secondary, we had Kendall Fuller. He's still in witness protection. I don't know when he's got out there. His mom is getting paid child support by Marvin Jones after what he did in week 1 against Jacksonville. And then also what Mike Evans did to him in the playoff game.
Well, hold on. That is Mike Evans. Okay.
But still, no. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying it bad, but just the disrespect that Mike Evans did. He did the almighty push on him. It's like, get off me, boy. Like, that's what he did. That's what he did. He said, back to the house with you.
Well,
I'm done.
he is Kyle Fuller's brother. And we saw.
And that's true. Well, yeah, we know y'all don't like it. We know y'all don't like the Fullers too much. We ain't really Fuller fans anymore.
Well, I mean, it's just because they soft. They play soft.
But everybody I know, they love Crown Royal, Canadian whiskey. Benjamin St. Juice out of Minnesota. The guy this is the dude you got to watch. This is a guy you have to watch out for as our cornerback. He's probably going to play on the outside because Willie Jackson is not going to play now, thank the Lord. But there may be opportunity because I know Darnell Mooney plays a lot out of the slot.
Yes.
Rashad Wildgoose, who got literally, I think they're still picking remnants of his rear end up at FedEx Field after he played the Eagles. But he's gonna be back, and they call him Wild Goose. I call him Cooked Goose. It don't really matter.
How you seasoning the goose though? That's the actual question.
It's probably how you would season chicken. So it's just.
Okay, I'm not taking that disrespect. Hold on, we're not taking that disrespect here. Hold on. I know I am transparent as paper, and I know I glow in the dark, and I understand that I am as white can be. But you do not tell me I do not just put salt and pepper on my chicken. Okay, there is some seasoning going on over here. You
walked into that. You walked into that one. You walked into that one.
I give you a nice little volley.
But
it's okay.
Derek Forrest, who's a second-year safety out of Cincinnati, he's played a little bit. Well, they call it the Buffalo nickel. It's the rover spot, and he's been kind of patrolling that way. Cam Curl, who is on the rise. Pro Football Focus has him as like the number 1 safety rating. And then Mr. Can't Get Right. Paulie, where you at, brother? Where's Mr. Old Can't Get Right? And it's literally the dude from Life. Bobby McCain, who's probably as slow as John McCain, rest in peace. But he, like this dude, anytime he's either getting burnt, getting cooked, or just flat out beat every time. So there's going to be opportunities for Darnell Mooney to eat, for Aquarius Minius St. Brown.
Equanimous St. Brown. There we go.
That too. Yeah, Amon Ra's brother. To find Karli, to be honest with you, there could be an opportunity for Cole Kmet to eat.
But here's the thing, that involves him having to catch the ball. He doesn't know how to hold on to the ball.
Karli,
he doesn't know how, No.
It don't matter.
His hands are bricks. He's got cement blocks as bricks.
It don't matter.
He doesn't know how to catch.
Have you seen Cole Holcomb?
He doesn't know that you can use your fingers to catch. He's like a 5-year-old out there. I'm going to just hard palm it to myself. And then he never pulls it in. And when he does pull it in, he looks like a little kid. He's like, I got to hold on to the ball. I got to hold on to the ball.
Hey, look, I'll just say.
I'm sorry, man. We have such a swaggy quarterback. Justin Fields is filled with swag on such a level. And then he's throwing to this like vanilla looking tight end who is who is one of the slowest people on that team. Oh my God. We saw it last week. That was terrible. Didn't make his cut back to get the catch. Couldn't even turn because he's that slow. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
You're going only 5-6 yards as a tight end. You're not really going deep. You should be fast off the jump. Not saying you need to be like Travis Kelce, although I would appreciate it. But give me something. I mean, for God's sake. We went from having 12 tight ends 2 years ago. We went from having 12 tight ends years ago to like this. And I'm like,
y'all had everybody's tight ends. Y'all had everybody's tight end
you could think of, man. I mean,
oh my God. Did Mike Ditka come back to play?
We had Jimmy Graham, for God's sakes.
Did Mike Ditka come back to play a little bit?
Man, I mean, who knows? You never know.
Hey,
I would not be surprised if I saw the coach on the field again. I don't want him on the field. I need him to stay away from football because he needs to live a little bit longer. Okay.
CTE is a real thing. That's all I'm gonna say with dealing with Mike Ditka.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. As someone who suffered 10 concussions, I know it's coming my way soon. I'm prepared.
Donate to Karli the sign.
Living life now and trying to remember what I can. That's what that is.
Hey, y'all, that's why she thinks she seasons the chicken. Anyway, but hey, let me get to couple of these comments.
No, you are gonna let me talk about my chicken recipe right now. You are not gonna disrespect me. I do not just put.
She went to Corbin. She knows how. She went to Corbin. She actually stuck down to Corbin.
I went to Kentucky.
Yeah, she stuck out. Well, I mean, Athens. You know, Athens is a good place to get some food.
It's a glorious place.
It is. It is. It is beautiful.
Anyway, and I don't mean Athens, Georgia, all you SEC people. It's Athens,
We mean Athens, Ohio.
The OG Athens. You want to know why? Because Ohio University was the first university founded outside the 13 colonies in 1804. So we are the OG. We are the Ohio University. Suck it, OSU.
There you go. You can't make this up, y'all. I told you this is gonna be the fire. That's why we market it all over the place. Josh says Karli should be the next head coach just for what I think her post game would be like.
No, my post game press conference would be unbelievable. It would be pretty fantastic. It really
It'd be like, did I say I could see Karli? It'd be like, yo, John Keim, did I say that? Did they come out of my John? What did we talk about this week? No, John, you asked this question. You didn't ask that one. Okay, next question. I can see it. I could see it now.
It'd just be roasting reporters constantly.
No doubt about it.
It'd be a full-blown roast session. It'd be like Comedy Central roast session with me up there, and like I got Shaq and Bieber next to me, just ready to roast all you people. That's what that would be.
How many rushing attempts do we get tomorrow, assuming we don't fall behind 17-0?
You're not going to be behind 17-0. Y'all will score in the first half. I'm going to tell you this right now. Y'all will get a touchdown or something in the first half. I think you guys will.
We need it. We're like one of the worst first half teams.
And if Carson Wentz wants to throw to Curtis Samuel so I can get some fantasy points, I would really appreciate that. But
that's fine.
I don't think honestly. With the defensive line just not knowing how to protect the rush game, I think you guys should be able to get some rushing attempts. And I think you guys will I think it'll probably, if I had to go like percentage wise, I know you guys are more passing, but I think this may be the one time where I see a balanced offense with you guys just because of the DL, the Bears defensive line not doing well at protecting the rush.
You give us too much credit. Credit.
Look, we both have kind of suffered.
Oh, I know.
We both suffer. So I'm trying to find some positives for both of us.
Hey, I can't find no positive right now. I mean, I got my coach is like literally committing vehicular manslaughter against the quarterback on a daily basis. I don't even know. Carson Wentz, we had him. He won a game. He's cussing and lost all his religion. And And like, so I really don't know what's going on. And then we got old dust up Del Rio, which defense has improved. And we'll get to, we talk about y'all's offense. We're going to talk about y'all's defense here and the matchups once we get through this. Now, I want you to prepare yourself for this next comment that's coming my way.
Oh, Lord.
Give me Taylor Heineke over Justin Fields. Karli, don't do it, Karli. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know. I can feel it. I feel that.
You got all the way in Virginia. You're like, nope, we're going to.
Yeah, I said, no. I said, Bo, what's up? What's up, Bo? All right, let's see here. And let's see, maybe they'll mess up and trade Wentz for Fields. I hope so. Oof. She really hates that title. Yes, she does.
I really do. I really can't. I'm really not a fan. I'm really
Oh, we not Krapke, as we like to call him. If Fields ain't swag, who is? Hey, I don't know what's up, OGs. If Carson Wentz ain't swag, who is?
Carson Wentz doesn't know what that word means. He thinks
swag he really doesn't know. No.
He really thinks swag stands for stuff we get free, stuff we all get. That's what he thinks.
Stuff we all get. There we go. There you go. Like,
give me a minute. I put an F in there randomly. That's okay.
Hey, that's all. Hey, that's perfect.
Words are hard, man. Words are really hard. They're difficult.
Hey, Armand. This is chemistry at its finest. If you had two of our other guys that were with us.
Oh my God! Get Steve up in here. Get Steve and Darnell in here.
Oh God, we wouldn't be able to. We'd be in trouble.
Barrel up in here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It'd be bad. What's up, Roger? Until they change philosophy of the offense, this team will struggle. I hope we score in the first half. Carson has been defensive MVP for the last 3 games. Oh God. They don't believe in toughness and physicality in the run game. And we have a moron as our offensive coach. Scott Turner's offense belongs at the VHSL QB camp with Taylor Heineke's arm, of course. Our guest gives us way too much. Thank you, DC and Dave. Thank you. Our offense.
I'm trying to be nice here, man. I'm not trying to roast. I'm really not. Because here's the thing. I have no place to roast. I'm a Bears fan, for God's sakes.
We don't either.
I am a Chicago Bears fan. I know my spot. We are not, the Bears are not like, they haven't, in all honesty, we have not been relevant since like 07.
I hear you.
07 to 010, like to 2010. That was the last time we were really relevant. And you want to know something? Fun fact: when the Bears are good, the NFL is actually some of the is very enjoyable to watch. If you look at it statistically, also, I'm going to go back to 1985. If you look at 1985 and the Bears winning the Super Bowl, that actually kind of reflected the economic boost at the time. I'm just saying, Chicago Bears have a big impact on the world more than we know. I'm just saying, there's some trends. They're there. I'm being a little crazy. I know.
Yeah, as y'all can tell, I don't think Marquee Sports does drug tests, but that's okay. We won't submit the tape to that. Let's see. Rick Diaz says we're gonna win the game. Rick, you on the W train this time? Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Taylor's NFL play 60 arm. I know 13-year-olds that can throw. Look, hey.
Let's be real though. Can we talk about how 13-year-olds be looking like 19-year-olds now? Like that's absurd.
It's them GMOs. It's the GMOs. It's the GMOs. That's exactly what that is.
Also, I'm sorry, 13-year-olds are out here with like full-blown like Chanel palettes, and they got full-blown eyelashes, fake nails, and everything. And they're out here like doing Instagram. Meanwhile, when I was 13, I was like sharpening sticks in my alleyway and throwing a racquetball at my stairs. Like very different generations. Very different generations.
Josh says Chicago is just Midwest Pittsburgh to me.
Sir, you need to come to Chicago and realize that you're wrong, but that's okay.
Brian Urlacher, that's when the Bears were irrelevant. That's what she said. And then Lance Briggs and all them boys, yeah, when they were balling out. Bishop, oh my gosh, this is the best one. Bishop Sycamore have better coordinators than, oh Lord have mercy. This is bad. All I gotta say is Heineke won 7 games against the hardest schedule in football. What they got to do with the price of tea in China? Bro, why y'all acting like Fields is super talented or some? He's average at best. Let's be honest.
Well, okay. Let me. Okay,
I want you to do.
All right. I don't want to assume your pronouns. So, sir and or ma'am or them. Whatever. Join whatever your name is. you need to go get your eyes checked, because if you actually look at his tape, he has his accuracy is kind of the only thing that really needs some work, and that just comes with getting more reps and playing more in the NFL. He's got one of the most powerful arms that I've seen in a while. He also is phenomenal on his feet. We've seen a better pocket presence. We've seen more confidence in the pocket, more than I've ever seen before. He also is starting to get smarter with his play calls. He's not trying to be a rookie quarterback just trying to make plays and be fun. He's understanding that if the pocket collapses, just take the sack. It's a loss of 3. Don't force it. Don't try and make a superstar out of nothing. If it's a dead play, it's a dead play. And I'm starting to see the growth in the IQ there in the NFL. Regardless, and I can go on a spiel about this, but I'm not going to. Just because you're talented in college does not mean it's going to translate into the NFL. You want to know who the best prime example of that is? Tim Tebow. Is he one of the best college football quarterbacks in my opinion, I think he's one of the best quarterbacks that has played in college football, hands down. And I'm waiting on a 30 for 30 on that Florida team so bad. But the moment he got to the NFL, I also hate Tim Tebow with a burning passion, but that's for something different. And I don't mean when he beat the Bears in the playoff game. That's not what I'm talking about. But if you look at his actual stats, all he knows how to do is run the option. That was all he was good at. That was it. And people praised him. Okay, I got to stop thinking about Tim Tebow because I'm going to go on a rant because I cannot stand that man. But back to Justin Fields, it's more like he was somebody that when I saw, I watched Ohio State and I was like, I don't really know much about this quarterback. I don't know. And I just wanted to see, okay, if you don't like Chicago style hot dogs, you're just wrong. But it's just, for me, it's more so I like the accuracy is going to come. I love the speed. I love his footwork. I love the IQ. It's growing. He's going to get there. And remember, it doesn't happen overnight. No one is Patrick Mahomes. No one is Lamar Jackson outside of those two people, okay? They are unbelievable. And Jalen Hurts, 3 unbelievable quarterbacks that can fully translate into the NFL with no problems. However, if you look at a lot of other quarterbacks, it takes them a couple years to get the confidence in the NFL. It is a higher speed game with the elite of the elite of the elite football players growing at the fastest speed in the world. You got to give him time. That's why I'm saying this could be this could be the start. This game on Thursday could be the start of a breakout season for him. He needed a couple weeks, and that's why I say week 1 doesn't count. I'm glad they got the win in that mess of a football field that was muddy and gross. But at the same time, that wasn't his first week, in my opinion. That wasn't a real way to evaluate how he came out. Those weeks 2, 3, and 4, and 5, that's where I got to see him. This is where he's going to break out, hands down.
We flip over to the defense. Outside of Eddie Jackson and Roquan Smith, talk about what are we looking for out of this defense? And like we said, Eberflus was the defensive coordinator last year in Indianapolis. So he saw Carson Wentz every day in practice, which I don't know if you knew this, Karli, and I'm probably jinxing myself already. Carson Wentz is 6-0 on Thursday Night Football. He's 3-0 against the Chicago Bears. Something's gonna break, and I feel like I feel like this is gonna be the opportunity where it's gonna break is against the Bears. But talk about this defense. I saw one of the most hellacious interceptions by Eddie Jackson when y'all played Houston that took points off the board, literally. Talk to me about him.
So nice. That was so pretty and beautiful. Oh my God, that was gorgeous. Okay, so
put a ring on that. You could put a ring on that play.
That's a damn fact. Damn fact. Marry me just for that. I'll marry that damn play. I don't care. But in regards to the defense, here's my thing. Again,
and what do you have in that cup also?
It's just water. And I'm going to
just tell water.
You it's just water because, and I can't even show it to you. It's literally just water.
There you go, Armand. It's just water.
It's just water. Also, I'm sorry. Please spell my name right. It is with a K and not with
a
K.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. You got that VHSL typing going on, Armand. That's what you just said. You Taylor Heineke armed that. That's my boy. I can do that too.
Fair enough. But back to the defense. In my opinion, here's the thing. It's another group of unknowns outside of Bojack and outside of Roquan. And I will say, Kyler Gordon is a rookie that needs a lot of work. He is I don't want to say undermatched. I don't want to say that because I don't think that's true. I think what it is, you just see the inexperience with him. And he had to cover Justin Jefferson, for God's sakes. Justin Jefferson is a freak of a wide receiver. And the fact that he was at least keeping up with him and trying to throw his hand in the lane and trying to, try and block his vision in some regard, I tip my cap to him. However, if Jalen Johnson comes back this week, which, we'll find out, I haven't seen the full injury report just yet if Jalen Johnson is playing tomorrow. If he is, good night. I'm sorry. If Jalen Johnson is playing, the Bears are taking this, because Jalen Johnson is one of the best cornerbacks I've seen in a really, really, really long time. He's a phenomenal cornerback, and put him on anybody, he can keep up with them, and he is disruptive.
He ain't keeping up with Terry McLaurin. He ain't keeping up with Terry McLaurin. I'm tell you that right now. You can talk all that crap you want to old Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson, my Aunt Fanny. He ain't keeping up with Terry.
My aunt.
Scurry coming for y'all. Scurry coming for you.
Yeah, but JJ's pretty good, man. I'm sorry. People say he has.
Look, hold on. We ain't gonna sit here and talk about a JJ from Chicago. This is not good times. Ain't no dynamite coming out of this one. I'm just telling you right now. No, ma'am.
All right, we'll go back to Jalen.
Ma'am.
We'll go back to Jalen. But in all honesty, I think Jalen is somebody. If he plays, I think it's going to be a larger. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say deficit. What's the word I'm looking for? It's a larger spread in scores if Jalen Johnson plays. If not, I think this will be a closer game, just because when Jalen Johnson is not on the field, and we've seen it the last couple of weeks, there really isn't a leader in the secondary. Bojack is kind of there, but he's so scatterbrained sometimes, and he's a little slow and can get a little lazy, whereas Jalen kind of plays through everything. And in my opinion, I think he's kind of the commander of the secondary, along with Roquan. But in all honesty, that defensive line is kind of pathetic a little bit, because I've seen
what happened with Robert Quinn, man. What happened with Robert Quinn?
He got a sack last week. That's about all I've seen out of him. But outside of that, you know what I mean? I'm not seeing pressure. I'm not seeing I don't see a lot of blitzes anymore. I'm not seeing any quarterback pressure. I'm seeing a lot of soft coverage. I'm seeing a lot of soft zone coverage, which, as a Bears fan, I'm over. I don't want that. I want tight coverage. I want to see some quarterback pressure, bring the heat, bring everything. And that's what I hope this week is for. Because in all honesty, I haven't really been impressed with this defense. Outside of the defense in the red zone, look, they've been doing pretty good in the red zone, which I'm here for. And especially in the second half. Outside of last week, they didn't allow any second half touchdowns. So it's more so I don't know what it is about the first half. They get so, I think they play down to their opponent in the first half sometimes. Or in some case, I disregard the Packer game, because I'm sorry. Aaron Rodgers just knows how to carve up the Bears very well.
He owned you all, I heard. Apparently he told that to the church at Soldier Field.
Yeah, but I guess COVID owned him, didn't it? Since he didn't want to get vaccinated. But, we can go down another route.
Oh, Lord, we get to... Tell you, that is a person who has been beat down by Aaron Rodgers too many times to say. But, God, go ahead.
I cannot stand that man. I also hate his haircut right now. What are you doing with this awful half mullet that you got going on? But I just think the defense, I don't know. I want to see pressure. That's more of what I want to see. I just want to see more pressure from the defensive line, in all honesty. I really want to see the defensive line bring the heat and force Carson Wentz to throw the ball away, or put him on his butt, in all honesty. Sack him. I want to see some sacks. I haven't seen that a lot. Yes, it is what Pinners is. Oh my God. Someone knows what Pinners is. Oh my God. Okay,
he's got family from Western PA, so.
Okay, I have talked about Pinners to people here in Chicago, and people look at me like I'm crazy. I love that game. That is what I grew up playing. It was me and all the guys in my block. We'd take a racquetball and you'd throw it at stairs, and every stair counted for X amount of points. And you would whoever caught the ball or fought for it and you bounced it. The game was so fun. I'm so glad someone knows what Pinners is. Oh my God, someone knows what Pinners is. This makes my heart so happy.
Josh, you made Karli's day, bro.
You know what Pinners is. Thank you.
Yeah.
God. That made me so happy.
Lordy.
That made me so happy. Sorry. But yeah, that's what that record is.
And according to, who is it? From ChicagoBears.com, Larry Mayer, Jalen Johnson was a full participant in Wednesday's practice.
Yeah, he's a full participant. That doesn't mean he's playing.
But he said he's expected to play. So,
well, okay, then.
Does Larry know what he's talking about?
Yeah, Larry knows what he's talking about.
Okay, all right.
But here's I've seen full participant on the injury report before, and then they don't play. So that's why I'm like, I don't care. Are they playing? Are they on the injury report? Are they out or not? That's all I care about.
Pray tonight, Commanders fans, and pray that around 3:00 Eastern time, when it's gut check time, that Jalen Johnson, he just needs an extra week just to get ready for whoever they're going to play the following week. He doesn't have to come out there and play with us. Let's see here. Rivera, that's big time. Oh, okay. Born near Pittsburgh. De'Ami should get number 3. Use Curtis Brown. Oh, De'Ami Brown, who actually did go off last week for the 2 touchdowns.
I think there was a revenge game, and there was another wide receiver, last name Brown, and I cannot remember his first name, but he basically shaded De'Ami Brown and was like, "Oh, they took some guy De'Ami ahead of me. Never heard of him. He's not."
Oh no, it was Amon-Ra. It was Amon-Ra.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was Amon-Ra. Equiminius' brother. Yeah. No, that's seriously his brother.
Oh, was it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're brothers. Yeah.
No, look at that. But no.
Look, I'm teaching the media something. Look at
that. Look at you teaching me things, bro. I'm gonna be real. My head has been in the MLB hole for 5.5 months, and that's all I've been talking about for the last 5 months is MLB and my football
consuming it.
So, but no, I think he totally shaded De'Ami, and then De'Ami goes off, and I was like,
yeah, I'm here for it.
And I will say I like his speed a lot, and I think the one thing for him that I want to just see improvement on with De'Ami is not, when I say footwork, I don't mean speed. I mean footwork, because sometimes when I watch him run, his feet get a little too close together and he can trip himself up if he doesn't work on that. And that's something and that's just doing some ladders. Just do some ladders and learn how to control your feet when you're running full speed, which is just literally just practice. And I think he could be a really good asset for you guys. Real talk.
Oh, I think so. I think so. I had to come last year. I had people toothpick calling De'Ami Brown a bust, and he had to eat those words back. I said, you can't call a second-year guy who had somebody with an inflatable arm throwing footballs to him in Taylor Heineke. If you can't get to Carson Wentz, that is the one thing about Carson Wentz, is that he can get the ball in front of wide receivers, not beside them. He can get it in front of them. And De'Ami Brown, all he ran at UNC was go routes. That's all he was running. Just straight 9 routes all the way. 9, 9, 9, 9, like it's Herman Cain. That's exactly what he does. So I think
references. Oh my God, I cannot. This is amazing. Continue.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. But he so I like, that's what I expected out of De'Ami Brown last year. But like I said, we had a Toys R Us Junior arm for a quarterback. Anyway, there's a possibility we might see Taylor on Thursday Night Football. I don't know, but and kind of looking at on your defense, we've got 2 good runners. We got Antonio Gibson, contract year. He's a good. He's turning in. He's learning how to play the running back position. He's leading rusher. We're probably gonna get Jared Patterson to get called up because Jonathan Williams is gonna be out for this game. Our tight end situation, and we got John Bates.
I mean, your tight end situation is as bleak as ours, in all honesty. That's why, who knows? Maybe this could be the tight end. It could be tight end Thursday. Could be tight end Thursday. You never know.
Could be. It could be. No, I think we had a tight end Monday on Monday night. So we ain't gonna see that much play. But I think that this could be a sneaky good game for Gibson if Scott Turner has if he stays off the cinnamon toast crack before he goes to the stadium. I think you've got an opportunity there. This game is going to be one in the backfield, but our offensive line is I don't think there's words I could say legally about people how bad this offensive line is and not get a strike against my YouTube channel. So I will say that the offensive line makes dog crap smell like roses.
Wow. Okay.
That's as bad. They have been interiorly. Nick Martin, who is the replacement center. I mean, I have never seen a grown man drop more balls than a kid going through puberty. Like, that's as bad as it was. He had the ball. Carson, there was one on their first drive against Titans. That ball was like just delivered right to him on the ground. And he had to pick it up. He gained 6. They wound up punting on the ball, but he still gained some yards from that. Andrew Norwell, I didn't know Disney. I thought Disney and Ice came to DC in November, not to FedEx Field in October, because literally he was like, I mean, he was on ice skates. Trey Turner, not the former Washington Nationals shortstop. No. Whoa. No. Former Nationals shortstop. That's what we call him. Yeah. See, you ain't got to. You ain't had to do that. You had to do that. You was doing good. You had to do that. Don't be disrespectful. You had to do that. You had to do that. But anyway, Trey Turner, god awful. Sam Cosmi, who's going to be out this week, he has struggled.
Charles, how injured are y'all, man? I mean, good lord.
It's like yeah, we ain't that like.
Are all of y'all like Derrick Rose, just made of glass? Like, honestly, like, I mean,
no, we're more like Jalen. We're more like Jason Williams or Jalen Williams. We like, we got on the motorcycle and we just crashed everybody on there and didn't even play a game. Shout out to the Bulls, right? He's great on ESPN. He's a great draft pick for ESPN. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
That Joker plays with skates on. And Paulie says, pause, and or pause, man.
Why am I pausing?
That's Paulie does nothing but pause. That's all. Yeah. That's what he does, man. He's repoing a car right now. And nobody can, brother. Worst offensive line, maybe. Saying they're terrible and dreadful. It's a Thank you, David DC.
Dave's on your side here, man.
Dave is reasonable, and for him to say something like that, this is a step. But
that's in a good direction.
We can ready to put a bow on this. We talked about this off the air. Who in the hell thought it was a good idea to put us? Our last 2 games have been nationally televised.
Can we talk about this one? Can we also stop putting Bears Packers on Sunday Night Football? Please.
Because y'all always choke. Y'all always
fact. But also, like, I'm sorry, you put the 2 most Midwestern cities in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and Chicago on Sunday Night Football when you know damn well that we love to enjoy a lovely adult beverage and enjoy our game. And instead, you're making me wait till 7 o'clock at night. And then, so I don't even know if I can have a good Monday. I could have a terrible Monday now because you're making me go to bed watching that. Like, come on. Like, let me at least start my afternoon with it and then maybe get my mood a little bit better if my fantasy team or like I win some bets. But no, you instead want me to end my night watching Aaron Rodgers just pick apart the Bears off. Like, that's just rude and disrespectful to Bears fans. And also, like, Packers fans, I know y'all want to drink. I know y'all want to start at like 8 in the morning and be done by 4. Same as Bears fans. Stop putting us on Sunday Night Football. Do not put that game on Sunday Night Football anymore. I don't care if it's the oldest rivalry in the NFL. Do not do it until the Bears are a competitive team. Until that is a competitive game, I don't want to see it on Sunday Night Football ever again. I can't do it.
And well, we'll all be gray haired if that was the case. So I guess they got to put it on. They got to put it on Sunday Night Football. Thursday night. This has been a mess. The games have been terrible.
And the production value is not there either.
Shout out Al Michaels.
Oh man, but in all honesty, Thursday Night Football should just. I mean, I loved it when it was just Thanksgiving. It made it so special. Those 3 games became like so special. But now you're doing it every week. Players have complained about it. Coaches have complained about it. They don't like these short weeks. It's also how you get more injuries. It's how you're going to get more concussions. It's how you actually are not taking care of player safety. And after what happened to Tua Tagovailoa, you really want to be doing this some more? Instead of Thursday Night Football, double up on Monday night. Give me a doubleheader on Monday Night Football. That's what I want. Give me a 5 o'clock and an 8 o'clock game. That's what I want.
And then you can have some colors with it too, right?
Exactly.
There you go. See, they do have colors in Chicago, y'all. That's exactly what it is.
Oh yeah, we have
Yeah, that was
colors.
good.
And there's one
Yeah,
for
we-
diversity.
yeah. What's up, big dog? How you feeling? How you doing? Appreciate y'all stopping by here, or at least just outside of the city. Y'all are crazy, man. Let me go around the league with you, so and before we close up shop, I'm gonna go around the league. Got a couple of topics I wanted to ask you about, and then we'll do if Chicago wins if, and we'll do Washington wins if to wrap it up.
Okay.
So old brother Jerome Boger, these roughing the passers. What talk to me about the one against Tom Brady, which Grady Jarrett looked like he couldn't do anything.
Well, okay,
and then,
let's hold on before we get into the rough and the passer call. I
Mhm.
kind of want to give a little bit of tea that I've been hearing about Tom Brady because it's very enjoyable. First off, I can't stand Tom Brady. I want him to leave the league. He needs to go. He needs to get out of the league. Leave. He should have left last year. He should have stuck with his retirement and get out the damn NFL. However, so we all know that there's been some drama going on in the Brady family with Giselle and him, right? So here's a little bit. Granted, this is from TikTok, so who knows if it's actually valid or not.
What's Antonio Brown got to do with this?
It's got nothing to do with AB, I promise. It's got nothing to do with AB, I promise. So there is this lovely conspiracy theory going on around TikTok that basically is saying if you look at Giselle Bündchen, she from where she got, she actually is a legit witch, from indigenous people, witchcraft, and all of that stuff. It runs in her family. It runs in her family. Okay, so people have, if you actually look at it, the moment that they got together is when Tom Brady's career took off. Off. And so she gave up her modeling career, all this stuff, so that she could raise the baby and so that he can make the money and be the breadwinner and be the NFL and become, I hate saying this, he is the greatest quarterback to ever play in the NFL. I don't like admitting it, but it's a fact. It's a fact now. And I hate it and I don't like it. I don't like it, but it's true. So then we get to now, he's like, what, 40 billion years old. He announces the retirement and then pulls a Brett Favre, who's finally now getting in trouble for text messages now, even though it should have been 5-6 years ago for things that he was texting. But he pulls the Brett Favre and comes back to the league. And then if you remember, he didn't show up to training camp for 10, 11. And when he
was out for 2 weeks. Yeah, he left for a little bit. Yep.
Right. And then you look at him, he looks horrific. He looks awful. I will say, well, I'm sorry. From a girl's standpoint, anyone that says Tom Brady is attractive needs to go get their eyes checked. I'm sorry. He is one of the ugliest people in the NFL, hands down.
No comment.
It's a fact. I mean, it's just a statement, true statement. And so he comes back looking awful and playing awful. And so what they're saying is Giselle was so mad that he pulled the retirement that she pulled out her witchcraft and started casting spells and everything and doing this, which is why he looks so bad right now, physically and on the field. And now there's this divorce possibly happening and all this stuff and nothing. I'm gonna just say this. Do you want to know how happy it would make me for Tom Brady's career to end as a total dud? Oh my God. That would just make my heart.
The damage is already done. It's like a cancer, though. The damage is already done. You know what I'm saying?
I would love it. I would love for his I mean, the fact that the Bears beat him last year was just a win for me because he did not know what down it was. And I will take that idiocy any damn day of the week. But nothing would make my heart happier than if Tom Brady's career ended with, I don't know, maybe his arm being dislocated or he can't play no more. Or he doesn't make the playoffs and it's just terrible. It's just, it's spells can't stop Tom Breezes of Nazareth, sir.
Tom Brady. I gotta find this TikTok. That seems like that's hilarious, but
it's so great, man. So and it's very entertaining. Someone delved into it. It was fantastic. But back to the rest of the passers.
Yeah.
Back to the rest of the passer. I mean, we as a Bears fan, I witnessed it last year when Justin Fields basically had his head taken off multiple times and not a flag was thrown. But Aaron Rodgers breaks his nail or Tom Brady trips over his own shoelace and it's going to get called any damn day of the week. They play favorites with them. I'm sorry. We've seen it. We've witnessed it year after year after year after year. And I'm sorry what that was them not wanting Tom Brady to lose. That was a bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I curse. That was a BS call. Horrible. What is he supposed to do?
Right.
You're going full speed. You just laws of physics. You cannot just stop. Like, no, that's not how that works. Like, it's horrible call. And I love that the NFL came out and they're like, no, we stand by that call. I'm like, yeah, because you guys don't know how to take ownership of anything. Roger Goodell and the NFL Officiating Association believes that they are Jesus and that they walk on water and that they can turn water into wine. Like, no, I'm sorry. Take some ownership and some accountability for these terrible calls. And I will say the Raiders player said in the Chiefs game, he said post game, he goes, roughing the passer should be a reviewable call. And I agree. It should be. It should be a reviewable play. It should be. If you're going to review turnovers, you're going to review turnovers and you're going to review scoring plays which thank God they finally do. But I'm sorry, you talk all about wanting to protect players and protect player safety and protect concussion protocol and all this stuff with targeting. If you can review targeting, you can review roughing the passer. Sorry.
This is my thought on the reviewing the roughing the passer. It's not going to change anything. Remember when pass interference was reviewable in 2018? How many overturned?
That's different though. That's pass interference. Pass interference is something that's such a gray. It's such a gray penalty.
I hear you.
The passer is something that's a little bit more concrete. He either tackled him or he didn't. Like, it's either he hit the ground or he didn't. And what the NFL needs to take into consideration is this lovely thing called science in regards to physics.
And what's concussions? What are concussions again?
I mean, I'm trying to figure that out even after I had 10. I'm still trying to figure out what a concussion is. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's really, that upset me on such a level. It really bothered me. It really bothered me because this is, it frustrates me because football is such a beautiful sport. It really is. It's a beautiful sport. It's such a fun sport. It's a great thing to watch, and it's so enjoyable. And the NFL is really turning into the no fun league, and I'm really upset about it by just trying to be soft. And I understand you want to protect players, but why are we only protecting the quarterback? Let's protect everybody on the field. Everybody's getting hit, not just quarterbacks.
Facts. That's true.
Just because he throws the ball, that doesn't mean anything. You protect every player on that field. Doesn't matter what number he is, what position he is. Player safety always comes first, regardless. So, I mean, why not review it? You care so much about the quarterback, NFL. You care so much about the quarterback position. You should want to review it and make sure that you're calling things properly. At least do it for a year so that your referees can understand what roughing the passer actually is. Like, I don't know, maybe when a defensive lineman literally leads with his helmet into Justin Fields' head and knocks him on the ground so hard to where Fields didn't get up for a solid 3 seconds last season, and you don't call that? But nope. Aaron Rodgers trips over his own towel, and that's roughing the passer? Are you kidding me? It's whatever. It bothers me.
So there's it's a lot of bullshittery going on with that roughing the passer. And I kind of
walks on grass, artificial turf, and water.
Hey, it works. There was some other unnecessary roughness that happened this week. Devontae Adams, he apologized.
You saw that the police report came out.
Yeah,
today, right?
and they put brother man's address out there, put all his business out there on there.
I was like, come on, let's not do that. You don't need to do that.
And you've been in these situations before. You might a player's walking off the field or a group of players are walking. One, I feel like that guy's reaching. He's almost as bad as that dude who got tackled by Bobby Wagner when he was out there acting like a fool, which that's two completely different things.
Very
I'm not
different.
saying.
Yeah. But no, I get
they're both reaching there.
Yeah.
You're in that situation. You're a member of the media and everything on the field. What are you like? Are you cognizant of what's going on of the players?
You should be. I'm sorry. If you're on the field, you need to be aware. You need to be aware of your surroundings at all times. As someone who has been tackled multiple times while shooting football games, you need to be aware of your surroundings. And I'm sorry. It's just, that's a reach to like, but what it is he just wants money. He just wants to get his cash. He wants to get the bag from him. And you know what? That's whatever. Davante Adams. I think that was reaching a little much to go to the police for it. But maybe if there were, if he was injured or there were like, if there were medical bills or something, maybe, I don't know, send him something, be like, hey, can we just settle this so we don't have to go to, I don't know. I think there's better ways to go about it. But I'm sorry. Like when I don't know, maybe it's because I played sports for so long, but as a member of the media, you need to remember that like athletes are humans. They are people who have feelings. And guess what? Humans are not perfect. No matter how much you want all these players and all these coaches and everybody to be perfect functioning robots, they're not. They are human beings who will mess up every now and then. And guess what? This was a slip up by Davante Adams. He let his feelings and his frustration get the better of him. I'm not saying it excuses his behavior. He shouldn't have done that in the first place. Learn how to control your anger and don't take it out on somebody else. But at the same time, you need to also be aware that these are people too. And I don't know what was said. I don't know what the actual interaction was. All I saw was the actual shove, which I thought was a little much. I also think Davante Adams needs to be aware that he is Davante Adams and he is massive and strong, and like be aware of your own strength a little bit.
He probably was on some of that Aaron Rodgers magic plant. That's probably why he
what is that magic plant called again?
I can't think of what it's called.
What it was. But it was, I just thought that was be aware. just be more aware. That's more of what it is.
I refuse to believe Bill Romanowski had feelings. that's he's not wrong.
You're not wrong.
He's not
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, everyone has
these
them.
kids are soft now, Josh.
Here's the thing. Everyone has them. Maybe not everyone can tap into them.
There you go. I like that. I like that one. That's a good way of churching it up. Who's your first quarter MVP
in this
of the
game?
season? Oh no. In just of the season.
Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Jalen Hurts.
Super Bowl prediction right now.
You're not going to be happy about it. I'm sorry.
Well, I know. We already talked about it. We already talked about it. I know you're going to go to Black Team Tebow, but
I'm sorry. I'm going to say I really think Philly can go to the Super Bowl. This is just a team that is different, man. They're undefeated for a reason. And I love what Jalen Hurts is doing. I really do love what he's doing. Like, just in regards to, like, take out, like, what he's doing for the Eagles in general. What he's doing for the quarterback position, he is truly helping advance the quarterback position. We're finally getting these old heads out, like Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Stafford. All these old heads need to leave within the next 2-3 years. And I think Jalen Hurts is really setting up what we're going to see the quarterback position evolve into. And I'm really excited about it.
The Bears.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
The Bears will unveil a new helmet. They will wear I was reading a lot of I think there was like an opinion article about it. It might have been in the Tribune or something.
I hate it.
You don't like that?
I hate it. I hate the.
Do you like the orange jersey? Do you like?
No,
the orange.
No. Here's why. Every time the Bears play in those orange jerseys, they always end up losing somehow. Every time they wear those, every time I see an orange game, there's bad calls. There's missing up. I don't know if it's because they actually look like a highlighter out there and it's blinding them off the lights. Like, I don't know. I am not a fan of the orange. I will say these retro Bears jerseys that they've been wearing, like since the 100th NFL season, like anniversary.
I like those.
Those are so fresh, man. Oh my, those socks. Can we talk about those socks, bro? Those socks are so amazing. I'm here for it. I don't like the orange helmet. I'm not a fan. And Roquan Smith said literally this week, he goes, I feel like I'm out there looking like an orange highlighter. And they do. And I'm so glad they wore white pants. If they were out there in all orange.
If they please surprise us with orange pants, I will die laughing.
If I see orange pants, I might lose it.
I will troll you. I will troll your ass tomorrow. Win or lose. I'm be like, we lost to the Dreamsicle squad right here. Like that's exactly
Literally
y'all
lost
either
to
way.
the Dreamsicle squad. Real
Y'all
talk.
do look like a dreamsicle. Y'all look like a dreamsicle anyway now with the orange
With
cover,
the orange and the white.
the vanilla
That's
pants
a
and
fact.
everything.
I
Yeah.
know. And the whole reason they're doing it is like, ooh, we're playing on the 13th and we're playing and like Halloween. And I'm like,
Ooh.
I'm glad. Woo, we're getting spooky. But bro, I don't care if we get spooky. How about just win? How about just win? I don't like just win. I don't care if you want to be spooky and be festive. That's cool. Win. That's all I care about.
Chicago wins if. Give me 3 things.
Chicago wins if Justin Fields throws over 175 yards.
Ooh. Well, we've lost already, y'all. There you go. Good night.
Look,
See you next time.
You do not know that Justin Fields barely. I mean, let's be real. He does not throw much. They'll win if Justin Fields throws over. I won't say 175. I'll say over 200 yards. David Montgomery has a rushing touchdown, and the Bears defense creates turnovers.
Okay. Washington wins ifs.
Your defense picks off Justin Fields. Anytime Justin Fields throws an interception, it throws the whole offense out of whack. Your rushing game is able to. I'll say in total, rushing game will get over 100. I'll say 175 yards in total on the ground. Which you can do against this defense.
We've lost already, Karli. You give us too much credit.
No. You never know. And I'm gonna be real. I think your special teams might do something. I think your special teams could do something. I think you guys could.
Well, ride the short bus. That like that. No. I mean, Dax Milne.
Think y'all could do something. Our special teams coverage is not the best. It's not. And I'm gonna be real. If you guys win the field position battle, which comes with special teams, that's why I said special teams could do something. If you guys win the field position battle, you guys could do some things.
Y'all, she has not seen Dax Milne return a punt, so I ain't gonna say.
In fact, I am not.
Y'all look. I will tell you this: Washington wins if Carson Wentz plays a clean game, so he doesn't turn the ball over. Washington has not forced a turnover since week 1 against Jacksonville when they picked off Trevor Lawrence to end the game. And that was by Derek Forrest. They have to get a turnover. They have to win the turnover battle. We are 31st in turnover differential at -7. So not very good. And then I think for the defense, also, they've got to get to Fields. They've got to contain Fields because Washington, it doesn't matter who's back there, has a historic struggle against mobile quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And this is an opportunity. They beat us with their legs. They beat us with their arms. So that there's an opportunity for Justin Hurts. Justin Fields. So you got me all screwed.
I'm
up.
Sorry, I said one silly name,
and just like you got me all fouled up. But I think that though, if they contain him, keep him in the pocket, got a good opportunity to win. And they got to limit the big plays like that Darnell Mooney catch.
Yeah.
If that's thrown to Bobby McCain's side, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown against Washington. That's not just a great catch. That's a touchdown.
I mean, that's catch of the year. I mean, it is. I'm sorry. I have yet to see a catch that. I mean, that Stephon Diggs catch was impressive, but I'm sorry that extension of Darnell. A wild jump. Can we talk about his vertical? Can we talk about his
his ups?
He's got
give me the ups.
all day, bro. Oh my god.
Call the brown truck. We all got ups coming to forfeit. Yo, what's this about? Another thing. They can remove the stadium, put a dome on stage. What is the future of the Bears playing in Chicago? Because I've heard like 3 or 4 different things.
So, as I'm gonna be real, it's a real bittersweet moment for me as a Bears fan because Soldier Field is just a real special place to me in my heart. Like honestly, I have so many amazing memories at that place, and I've witnessed some really fun games, and I've my whole Bears fandom started there. You know, like it's just And tailgating at Soldier Field is just a different, even though you're paying $65 for parking, like you're still, you have a grand old time, and it's just a fun place. And I'm really going to be sad when they do move, because they should. The Bears, I'm sorry, the Bears are an OG franchise. Without the Bears, the NFL would not exist.
Papa Bear.
And they deserve to have a better stadium than what they have. And the Arlington Heights move, I think, is a smart thing to do. And I will say, when I looked at the renderings, I actually was, I'm like 70-30 here for it, because I think they can use the space a little bit differently just with the parking situation, just because there literally is like 0 to no parking next to Soldier Field already as it is. So you need just more space out there for that. But I kind of like what they're going to do out there in Arlington Heights, because how St. Louis kind of has like their own, like their ballpark village with Busch Stadium and all that stuff. The Bears kind of want to do that in some sense out there. And the Bears, I'm sorry, Chicago should host a Super Bowl. We should, even though a Super Bowl is a money loser to a city. You lose money as a city when the Super Bowl comes in. It's still something that needs to happen. I'm also someone who believes that the indoor rule of the Super Bowl has to be indoor or like in a warm climate, I think is total BS. I'm sorry. You play in cold weather all year round, playing cold weather in the Super Bowl. I don't care. Like I want to see the Bears really renovate and modernize, because the Soldier Field renovation was horrible. They made it smaller, which I didn't know you could make Soldier Field smaller. And
so all that time when y'all were out there in Champaign, they smaller. That makes no sense.
Exactly. And it was paid for taxpayer dollars and by season ticket holders, including my family, buying PSLs, which means you are purchasing the seats, and that's how they bought it. And what sucks is all of those PSLs now, when they move, are like kind of out the door. So you kind of are screwing over some season. I just think that they need to think some things through a little bit more. I like the idea. The move should happen. I will say I will miss seeing, the skyline when you're at Soldier. You do get that. It is pretty. But they do need to make the move out to Arlington Heights. It needs to happen. The update needs to happen. The modernization needs to happen. I just hope, granted, this is the McCaskey family, so who knows how smart they actually are, because they're really not that bright. If they can think this through and plan it in a way where you're taking into consideration the season ticket holders who helped you renovate Soldier Field in the first place, give them some type of priority for this new stadium, get the parking situation handled. And I also really, really, really want to see the ballpark village or football village, whatever they're going to call it, really help the local businesses there, because I think what they can turn it into is something that, one, the Bears deserve to have, and two, I feel that every NFL team should have moving forward. I think what the Bears, if they're smart, granted, this also means Ted Phillips is in charge, but he's leaving, thank God. But thank God. Oh my God, I could go on a rant, but I'm not going to. But like, the move needs to happen, the renovation needs to happen, and I'm excited for it. I just hope they go about it in the right way, if that makes sense. It needs to happen, but think it through.
Yeah, I heard it. Hey, well, good luck to y'all. And I agree with you too. Super Bowl, it doesn't matter where you play at. If you can play championship games in the cold
Can we talk about the Snow Bowl? They played a football game in 2013 during a blizzard.
Yeah.
But you won't play a Super Bowl unless
y'all just played a regular season game in a monsoon.
The only time I have ever seen NFL games delayed that I can vividly remember was once when I was in college, which was when there was a tornado warning.
Y'all played Baltimore, remember?
Baltimore, and it was a 3-hour delay because of a tornado warning. Like, that is the only, and lightning, obviously, for safety reasons.
Right.
Outside of that, y'all play. They let the Bears play in that monsoon. They didn't cancel that. Like, why come on.
Hurricane Katrina wiped out New Orleans. They put the Bears as a travel. I mean, they put the Saints as a travel team. All back in 05. I'm right there with you.
I like, it's soft. It's soft, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it is what it is. Well, it's soft like those deep tissue massages that Robert Kraft gets, and so it is what it is. But Karli, this This has been a blast.
I know, man. I missed you, buddy.
I miss you too, pal. I've missed you. We just gonna have to talk and tweet and text during the throughout the season, and then we can talk some crap. Hockey season's around now, and then my Wizards probably going to take a whole bunch of games away from the Bulls. So
I don't know if we want to talk about hockey with the Blackhawks because they are
the Capitals are going to suck this year too. So Laviolette probably the first coach fired. But shout out Big Simple. What's up, brother? How you doing? So Karli Bell, y'all. Karli, tell them where they can find you. We know that you're a big Tony Romo fan, so tell them where. Shout out Eastern Illinois. See, I don't forget stuff.
Yo, I will say though, I kind of like him as a commentator. I'm not gonna lie. I really like him as a commentator, but I will. You want to know who I really love more as a commentator, and I like him a lot in college, and I want to see him translate into the NFL. Is your old quarterback RG3?
No. We can't have no.
Have you listened to him call a game? Have you listened to him call games this year?
It's an orgy in the end zone. Big Penix energy. Yes, I've heard all of it.
I love it.
That's all pause. Pause.
I love it.
That's just a pause.
I love it.
Tell everybody where they can find you at.
Oh my God. Yeah. You can find me on literally every platform at KarliBell33, KarliBell 33 is my basketball number, and also representing Charles Peanut Tillman. He's the reason that I wore 33 anyway. It was because of good old Peanut. But yeah, you can find me on everything. Instagram, Twitter. I don't use Facebook, but like, go ahead. Like, I don't use it much. Instagram, Twitter. I'm not going to promote my TikTok because that is my private account. And then, yeah, you can also go to my website, which is KarliBell33.com. Everything's there.
A lot of good stuff there.
Yeah.
Marquee, like I said, on Marquee Sports, you can find some of our digital content as well.
Yeah, MarqueeSportsNetwork.com. And if you want to follow us, I can get some. If you really are big Cubs fans and you want to support women's sports as well with the WNBA, which you should because women's sports are important, and the WNBA is important, go ahead and give us a follow at Watch Marquee and Marquee Plus, and go to MarqueeSportsNetwork.com as well.
We stay in Elena Deladon on this channel, so you know.
Yes, we are. And we should also be big Candace Parker stans as well because she.
Yeah.
Is
definitely there.
She is the GOAT. She's
go. Shout out to Becky Hammonds. They won that was a nice run by the Aces. That was
let's be real, it was the Aces seasons to lose.
Yeah.
When I was at that Commissioner Cup championship game with the Sky and the Aces, I saw the Aces. I was like, they're taking it this year. Like there's the only team that could have beaten them was Chicago. Facts. Yeah. That would be the only team that I could see beating them would be Chicago. And Chicago couldn't make it. So, it was the Aces season to win. And they did it. That's why they did it. So.
Yeah. Well, hey, I would say good luck tomorrow, but I hope not. Good luck finding the game on Amazon Prime.
Oh, yeah. Good luck finding the game on Amazon Prime. Yeah, exactly. But I mean,
Paulie says.
What's going on?
Cynthia Cooper. Go.
You know what? She in the conversation, though. I will say that.
I'm gonna get cussed out when he calls in. When he calls me after this, but Karli,
I love you,
don't
man.
be a stray. I love you too, pal.
I love you, buddy.
We miss you.
We gotta talk a lot more.
Yeah.
I know. We gotta do.
We gotta make a pilgrimage to Athens. You gotta take me to where's some place in Athens that Anna has taken me to. Oh God.
No, hold on. Before you get there, what's your favorite bar on Court Street?
We've been to Jack Hill's.
That's a good spot.
I like Jack Hill's. It's good food. It was wherever Pickle Fest is. Where's the pickle?
Oh, Lucky's.
Yeah, Lucky's. Yeah, Lucky's. I love Bagel Street. I love Bagel Street too. The Bagel Street with the Simpsons shirts all the time, every year and I told Anna, I said next year.
Man. Oh yes. My God, I miss Bagel Street Deli.
Yes, I love it.
Fire, man. Oh my God. Nothing bothered me more that they were not open late. And it upset me. I was like, how can you not make this junk food? This is absurd. How can you not make this junk food? This is unbelievable. It's great.
But the best place, and you get the best. Their donuts are unrivaled. Right there down by the summit. beside Taco John and Wendy's. What's the place called? Oh, don't
Summit. Oh, I don't see. I never went up that way because that was.
Oh, let's see here. I'll show you where.
Oh my gosh!
I gotta find it now while we're on here. McHappy's Donuts.
That must be new.
Oh my gosh! When you go there, you get your McHappy's, get your glazed donut. Ooh. Child,
I didn't know my donut.
Yeah, you can. I didn't know there was. Anna was telling me that we still on here. I don't give a damn. We live still. Anna was telling me there's a rivalry between like the ginger Asian restaurant and then the other buffet across the street. She's like, yeah, they hate each other. I was like,
Peking?
Yes. She was. Yeah, I was like,
they do hate each
what?
Other. They do.
She's like, there was a rivalry between them.
We called Peking $5.99. That's what that was. We just go to $5.99 because you get like, it's like $6. That's what it was. It's great. And but I love Ginger. Yo, I was at Ginger all the time because Ginger was right behind WOUB. So I would just walk down the alleyway and I'd go there all the time. That's where I would get my dinner all the time because it was right up the alleyway, up and over, boom, bop, boom, easy.
I like. Hey, they got some good food there. I think I've eaten everywhere of good value.
Are you at? Okay. Do you enjoy Avalanche Pizza?
Child, do I enjoy? What kind of insult is that? Do I enjoy?
Well, here's the thing. I met someone that said that they didn't like Avalanche Pizza, and I was like, "You're just wrong.
You better slap them."
I did.
What's that heart? That heart record? With everything with the meatballs and all that Avalanche Pizza is some of the best pizza I have ever had in all my days.
Top 5.
It's unrivaled.
Top 5. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
God, every time I just think about that now. Anna knows. She's like, we have to try other pizzas now because it's like we always get that heart attack pizza. And,
oh man, I always did the build. I did build my own pizza all the time. That's what I would always do. DP dough is always a good go-to as well. I love some DP dough. I miss DP dough, man. That was the best junk food in the world was DP dough. And you didn't have Hungry Howie's. R.I.P. to Hungry Howie's. Oh my God.
Hungry Howie's. I ain't have that one. I didn't have that.
It shut down while I was there. That's why.
Y'all shut it down. You're drunk. You're damn drunk. Shut it down.
I think I was the only person that ate Hungry Howie's. I swear to God. Their crazy bread was, oh my God. It was cinnamon stick crazy bread and it was deliciousness.
Damn. How close it? You close? I'm
sitting here. I'm like, oh my God, how you do that? That was disrespectful. It was senior year and I was like, yo, I can go for some Hungry Howie's. And they're like, it shut down. I was like, what do you mean?
They shut it down.
What is that awful pizza that is there that everyone hypes up? It's got their pepperonis look like cups. Oh my God.
Domino's?
Donato's.
Oh, Donato's. Ooh.
Pizza's trash.
Oh my God. Shoot.
Trash.
Yeah.
I will say if that Domino's is still in business, oh man, the amount of times I would go in there 2:33 in the morning to get some to get the parm bites with the garlic butter. So then
it's still open.
Give me my parm bites. I'm sorry, parm bites don't taste the same unless they're from that Domino's because you have to have that Domino's because you get the garlic butter in there and then you get their cheese pizza. That is the best drunk food in the world. Is Domino's parm bites with the cheese pizza on the side with 3 things of garlic sauce.
The bacon jalapeno cheddar bread. I got Anna hooked on that.
Yeah, I can't do the jalapenos. I'm not a jalapeno person. And I can't do spice, man. I'm not a spicy person. I don't like super spicy stuff. I'm weak in that regard, but I can eat sour things like nobody.
Hashtag unseasoned.
Oh my God. I set that up too, damn it. Oh my God. We'll end on that one. I'll let you end on that one.
Y'all, for Karli Bell, Sanchez 405, be back here tomorrow. And then Friday, we're going to do the Monday after pill on Friday as we react to whatever happens on Sunday. But come back here, 7:40, and we'll get ready for the 8 o'clock kickoff, 8:15 kickoff, somewhere around there. Who knows? But we get ready for Washington and the Bears. Sanchez 405, y'all. We make sure we keep that same damn energy. We outlast the bastards together, and we'll roll the bus right over the quarterback. Till next time, y'all. Love, peace, and hail. And somebody, please give Karli some tips on seasoning her chicken. And somebody else get my damn theme music. We out.